John, a difficult afternoon. Give us your thoughts on what you saw from your team.
Um, Obviously, the conditions spoiled the game. I think they played the conditions better than what we did. They do what they do and do it well. And our decision making at times wasn't very good. But disappointing to lose the game. At least it's don't lose the game, get a point out the game, and just move on.
It's only your second home defeat of the season, and obviously the conditions played a part, but were you a bit disappointed, particularly first half, when you didn't quite use the conditions to your favour?
That's what I'm saying. Also, the decision making was poor. We touched on all that at half time. Asking them to play when we should play. You got the conditions, or if you got the wins in the first half. Decision making to pass the ball when the shots there, and you should have shots against the keeper, obviously. But I don't know what was going through our minds at certain times. On the pitch and the decision making within that. You try and get the information on. You try and speak to them. You try and affect them. You try and influence them. But it didn't seem to happen for whatever reason. Whether it's you could give them a bit of credit in trying to pick, picking second balls up, whatever or getting onto the second balls. But just disappointing, to be honest. But you've just said there we've lost the second home game of the season, if you like. So I've got to take a little bit of positive, but the only thing is that's the only positive out of the game, to be honest.
Ironically, the shot from distance, you're only one really that tested the goalkeeper, results in a goal. It's a great strike, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't do enough, Ross. That's what I'm saying. We didn't do enough. We knew where to hurt them. We knew how to exploit them, and we didn't do it. And our decision making all over the park, I thought, was poor. I just thought if that's the way it's going to be, and that's the way you're going to play with the conditions against the opposition, then don't lose the game. But we found a way to do that.
And from the defensive point of view, their two goals were, scrappy at best, weren't they?
Well, they were. So the lads come in, and he's gone through the middle, and we've done really well. I think it was Seamus who's ended up tackling him, and then it ended up hitting Faz maybe and fell to the lad who's continued his run. So we've got a tackle in, and we haven't mopped it up behind, and the lads finished it. And then obviously the second one's a free kick that's gone straight in. So I'd have to look at that again, but it's just, and that was with the conditions. So the winds took that in. They've got a left-footed in swinger on it. So I always sort of knew that was going to happen. Going to put the ball on the keeper, the physical, the aggressive in the box, and we stood up at times to that, but we didn't stand up on that occasion.
The game wasn't a great quality, was it?
No.
And that's a lot of that's down to the conditions, because they massively affected the game, isn't it? But you didn't really create an awful lot either. Is that a bit of an issue at the minute?
Well, it was. I wouldn't say just in that game it was, Ross. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because when we should play out, we're not playing out against the wind, so we should get on the ball more, and then we should find our teammates. So we were with one pass, and then the second pass we weren't. We were driving with the ball into space, and then someone's made a run, and you can put it in the channel in behind the fullback and stretch their centre halves. We couldn't execute that pass. So and also playing up to strikers, balls coming off them, and the big physical presence that they've got, 6'6" centre halves, it's coming straight back. And then you come straight back, and with the conditions, go straight over your head, and then asking questions that way. So we just lacked the quality. I thought our decision making was poor, and we didn't use the elements when we should have better.
You made a couple of changes today as well, with Alex Henderson and Jimmy Knowles dropping out, and the changes that you made, coming in. Obviously, Sean Wall is an important one for you as well, and Dara Costello back, who's got a few goals. What was the thinking behind that team
exactly
selection?
That really, because Sean's all his experience he's got, and he's been out, and he's done really well for us before he got his injury. Dara's been doing really well. He took a knock last week after Mr. Grimsby game, but he's come back in, so they've gone straight back into the teams. But Alex Henderson done really, really well against Grimsby. Scored a goal, so he's just got to keep performing, keep developing the way he is, and he's got a bright future.
There's a lot of games coming up now. It's that busy time of year, John. It seems like it's like a treadmill, isn't it? You just got to keep going and going. And the positives from this, were you happy enough with the effort and the attitude from the lads?
I was. I just said that before. I can never probably question the effort and the attitude, but it's more just the decision making from a technical point of view. So that's the only disappointing thing. But I said we have to stay together. And we have to move on. We have to just address. It's a busy period now in December. So the next game is Fleetwood. So it's on to the Fleetwood match.
Yeah, Ben Woods will be suspended for that, won't he, now, after picking that up, which is a bit of a blow, given that it's a bit of a bittersweet thing for him. He's suspended, but he scored a great goal, but you'll miss him as well. Yeah,
you will, but, there's a big enough squad in there, if you like, and then, there's lads coming back from injury, so we've got another week, if you like, to get to that game, and then when that happens, we'll address it there and then.